Hello, my brothers and sisters. So, today, if you are not aware, it is a very significant day, numerologically and astrologically, and spiritually and energetically. And this is February the 24th. So, that's 224 on 2024. So, numerologically, I won't get into it, but it is a lot to do with the masculine and feminine energies, a lot of bringing things up, illuminating things. This is the full moon, right? So it's about illuminating things that are perhaps not in balance, perhaps not harmonious when it comes to the masculine and feminine energies within you. So the feminine energy of like being in flow, being intuitive, using your guidance, being creative, and the masculine of like being assertive, being decisive, taking action, making decisions, moving forward. So there's a lot that's coming up for review in that range. Then externally, where's that playing out in relationship? Where are we seeing imbalances in relationship between the masculine and feminine dynamics? And then overarching, where are we seeing that in our life, in our creations, in how we are basically creating things moment to moment and day to day? So if you have been at all self-aware during the last week, but especially the last few days, you will have probably noticed feelings of wanting to get clear, wanting to create balance for yourself, wanting to tie up loose ends, just get your ducks in a row. And it's very much coming from a place of an inner knowing, whether you're aware or not, that there's a readiness that has to happen, that there is this something you're preparing for, something you're perhaps even feeling like you're waiting for, but you need to be ready. And so if you're feeling any kind of frustration, or you're kind of looking back and maybe wondering, am I going to keep doing this for the rest of my life? Or looking forward saying, I don't know what direction I want to go in. It's not totally clear yet. And feeling worry or fear or apprehension around that, I want you to know you're not alone. This is really something that is happening at the collective level. So what do you do? First and foremost, especially now because we are at the climax of this energy, it's right at the peak today. So all of this is going to be felt most today than it has even over the last few days, and even more so than it will over the next few days that will follow. So first and foremost, one thing that you can do is definitely take some space. All right, the energies are going to really pick up in March, especially after the second half of March as we go into the equinox season. It's going to be like a restart and really like a kickstart. And so there is a need on many levels for us to get clear on what do we want? What direction do we want to go in? And there is a natural review process that is happening. It's kind of like a second New Year's, right? Where we're looking back on the year ahead or maybe multiple years ahead, and going, do I want to keep doing this? Not necessarily saying or judging that what you have been doing up till now is bad or wrong, but there is definitely a feeling of, okay, I'm ready for something different. Maybe that's an expanded or refined version of what you've been doing. It doesn't always necessarily mean it's like cut and dry, completely black and white change. Not necessarily. Sometimes it's just some tweaks, but you're really clear that you need to make those tweaks in order to feel more fulfilled, feel more aligned with what your higher self and soul is calling you forward into. So, number one, take some time to just sit, whether that's, going into a sunny spot in your home with a book, with a pad of paper, and just writing. Or maybe you're removing yourself from your space completely and you're going into a cafe or some spot, or you're just going for a drive somewhere. Create the environment for yourself so that you can spend the time to figure out what it is that you want. Take the space. We are in the middle of a reprieve kind of energetically, where up until maybe the past week, there's been a lot of turbulence energetically. And it's all part of kind of what we've been moving through in February. But we've kind of transitioned energetically and moved into the March energies already. And so there has been kind of a cessation of that turbulence, of the intensity emotionally that we've been experiencing in February. So this reprieve is really meant as kind of like the last period before things go full steam ahead for us to create the space, take a breather, get clear, and do all of those things. Tie up the loose ends, get ready so that when March comes, middle third week of March comes, and the fuel really kicks in, you'll know where you're going. You don't have to have the whole path cleared out and fully mapped out for yourself, but you know that this is the direction I want to go. Everything else will be figured out as you go, but you just don't want to ignore this feeling. So number one, take the time and the space, just create it for yourself today or maybe tomorrow, but I'd highly encourage today. You'll just feel even more supported. Number two, don't resist this. Don't resist it. It is not the kind of thing that you want to leave because it's like a train that is starting to speed up along the track. I was explaining this on a group call just this morning. When a train is moving slowly, it's kind of easy to like throw things onto the boxcar and then maybe even jump onto the boxcar. But once that train starts moving quickly and you try to grab on, you're going to be feeling like you're being dragged behind a fast-moving train, which is not going to be comfortable. It's a heck of a lot easier and more comfortable and even easier on the body for you to just, while things are moving slowly, get on the train. You can run alongside it. You can grab on. You can hoist yourself up. Easy peasy. When that thing is going 60 miles an hour, not so much. Okay? You're going to get hit by the train. It's not going to feel good. So that's what this period is for. The train is moving slow enough, so do what it is designed to do, which is to allow you to throw some things on the train that you want to take with you. Leave on the side of the track the things that you don't. There's no feeling bad about it. It's just, okay, I'm ready for something new. I'm ready to expand this part of me. And I'm ready to just like say, okay, that was great, this other part. And now I'm ready to do it a bit differently, or I'm ready to try this completely new thing. Whatever it is for you, it's going to be unique. It's not always, like I said, completely blowing your entire life out of the water and starting over. Sometimes it's just a few tweaks, but the tweaks are significant. Okay? They're changing that trajectory. And so that's what this is. We're in a pivotal point of changing the trajectory that we are on. And so that requires, if you want to have a positive experience, to be intentional. Take the time to be mindful. Okay, how did that feel? What are the feelings? And number three, what are the feelings that you want to bring forward? Sometimes it's a lot easier, instead of thinking of, like actual solid, real life, tangible things that you want. If that creates resistance or creates confusion or frustration, forget about it. Just think about, how do I want to feel? What are the feelings I want to have? Do I want to feel more clarity? Do I want to feel more balance in my life? Do I want to feel more fun? Do I want to have experiences of more flow, of more easeful abundance, of like things flowing out of my experience, the things I'm giving, the things I'm doing, and then more flow of easy flow of that stuff coming back in, of the resources I need, of the time I need, of all of these things. You can think in terms of feelings as well. What do you want to feel? Okay? And then the last part is get it out of your head. We talked about this today too. Get it out of your head and put it down somewhere. This isn't a time to leave things floating around in the mental space, in the energetic space. This is a time to start to put pen to paper, write it down, or, type it digitally on your computer. But just make sure you get it out of your mind, out of the ether, so to speak, and into something that is tangible. You want to bring it into physicality in some way. If writing's not your thing, draw a picture. Just do something that is going to get it out of your mind and onto paper. You will be amazed at how good you feel once you do this. Even if the path, you haven't completely outlined it for yourself, just the act of writing and getting some of this down in drawings, in words, whatever it is going to feel so much more grounding. You're going to feel more steady, You'll feel more confident. Your inner knowing will start to come forward because what are you doing? You're kind of uncluttering your energetic space in your body. You're uncluttering your mind of thoughts that keep flowing around, and you're giving them a place to live on a piece of paper, on a page in your laptop, whatever it is, just get them out. Okay? So let me see if I can recount all of these without messing it up. Number 1, take the space to just define what it is that you want. Number 2, don't resist it. Number 3, what did I say was number 3? All right, actually, I'm going to make this a pop quiz. If you watch this video, write down what are the 4 things that I said to do on this day to really capitalize on this energy. You're going to help me because I didn't write it down, but I knew what they were, came in. See, this is the risk when you don't take things out of the mind in the ether and put them into something tangible. So help me out. What are the 4 things that I said to do to harness this energy and really help prepare you for the month of March that we're moving into? All right. May this bring you some peace, some ease, and really help get you excited for all that you're going to be creating in the days and weeks ahead. All right. May this support you and have a beautiful rest of your day.